Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the How to Better English podcast, the place where we help you navigate the complexities and the fun of the English language. I'm Liam.
And I'm Emma. It is fantastic to be here with you all again. Liam, today we are diving headfirst into a topic that every single English learner, from beginner to advanced, wrestles with: idioms.
Wrestles is the perfect word, Emma, because when you hear a collection of words that mean something completely different from the literal meaning, it can feel like a linguistic wrestling match. We're going to be unpacking some of the most common and useful idioms today, giving you the context you need to use them naturally in real life.
Absolutely. Before we jump in, we have a quick request for all our dedicated listeners. If you find our discussions helpful, please take a moment to subscribe, like this episode, and most importantly, share it with others who are on their own English learning journey. Your support helps us reach more people eager to improve their conversational skills.
It really does make a massive difference. Now, Emma, idioms are often the barrier between sounding like a textbook and sounding like a native speaker. We want to tear down that barrier today, starting with 3 absolute classics that our listeners will hear almost daily.
Let's start with a sweet one, Liam. Piece of cake. This is perhaps one of the most widely used idioms in English, and it's one that often confuses people because, well, what does dessert have to do with difficulty?
Exactly. When we say something is a piece of cake, we mean it is extremely easy to do, no difficulty whatsoever. It implies that the task requires minimal effort or skill.
The origins are somewhat debated, but the general agreement is that the phrase started becoming popular around the 1930s, perhaps relating to the idea that dividing or eating a cake is a pleasant and effortless activity. The reward is certain, and the action is simple.
Let's use it in a few quick examples. Say you're talking about an exam. That grammar test was a piece of cake. I finished it in 10 minutes.
Or perhaps setting up a new device. I thought installing the new software would be complicated, but it was actually a piece of cake. It saves you from saying it was very easy and makes your language far more fluid.
Let's hear a short dialogue using it. Imagine Jane and Mark are discussing their new job training.
Jane, I'm a bit nervous about the presentation we have to give tomorrow. I've never used that software before.
Mark, don't worry about the software, Jane. It's incredibly intuitive. Once you see the demo, putting together the slides will be a piece of cake.
Notice how the idiom substitutes a lengthy explanation of ease. It's efficient communication.
Our second essential idiom is perhaps less cheerful but equally necessary: under the weather.
Under the weather. This is a polite, gentle way of saying you feel slightly ill, sick, or unwell, but usually not seriously ill.
It's a perfect phrase for calling into work or turning down a social invitation without having to go into detail about your symptoms. If you say, "I'm feeling a little under the weather today," everyone understands you have a slight cold, headache, or just general fatigue.
The origin here is fascinating, linked directly to the sea. Back in the days of sailing, when a sailor felt seasick or unwell due to rough conditions, they were often sent below deck under the bow, where the weather was less noticeable or simply below the elements. Hence, they were under the weather.
That nautical history is so neat. It definitely helps remember the meaning. Let's look at some examples. I had planned to go to the concert tonight, but I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
Or, if you see a colleague looking pale, "You look a bit rough, Sarah. Are you feeling under the weather?"
Now a quick dialogue. Liam is calling his boss, Emma, on a Monday morning. Liam: "Hi, Emma. I'm calling to let you know that I won't be able to come in today."
Emma: "Oh, I hope everything is all right, Liam. Is everything okay?"
Liam: "Not entirely. I woke up feeling rather under the weather, a bit of a sore throat and low energy. I think it's best if I rest up today."
That demonstrates how it's used professionally and politely. It suggests mild sickness without claiming a major illness.
Moving on to our third essential idiom for those of you working or studying hard: hit the books.
This one is straightforward, but its imagery is powerful. To hit the books simply means to study intensely or to start studying seriously. It suggests focused effort.
The hit part is the key. It implies action, force, or immediacy. You are not just looking at the books, you are actively engaging with them, maybe even metaphorically hitting them to open them up and absorb the knowledge.
We often hear this around exam time. For example, I have a massive final exam next week. I really need to hit the books tonight if I want to pass.
It's also used when someone realizes they have procrastinated too long. It's already November and I haven't started my research paper. Time to hit the books.
Let's put this into a scenario with a quick dialogue between two students, Chris and Mia. Mia: "Hey Chris, are you coming out to the movies with us later?"
Chris: "I wish I could, Mia, but I can't. I wasted all yesterday afternoon playing video games, so now I really have to hit the books for my history midterm. I'm way behind."
Mia: "I understand. Good luck. See you when you emerge from the library."
Those 3 idioms, piece of cake, under the weather, and hit the books are foundational. If you start incorporating just those 3, your fluency will increase significantly.
But we have a lot more ground to cover, Liam, especially considering the depth needed to truly master conversational English. Let's move to an idiom often used in the world of performing arts, but now common everywhere: break a leg.
This one always sounds counterintuitive to new learners. If I wish you good luck, why would I tell you to break a leg? It sounds terrible.
It does, but break a leg is a way of wishing someone good luck, specifically before a performance, a presentation, or some kind of important display or event.
The prevailing theory regarding its origin is rooted in theatrical superstition. Actors believe that wishing someone good luck directly might actually jinx them, inviting bad luck. So, they say the opposite: break a leg, hoping to trick fate.
Another, more literal theory relates to the stage curtains. If you performed well enough to be called out for an encore, you would break the line or break the leg of the curtain boundary to step forward.
Regardless of the exact origin, the meaning is clear: go out there and do well. Good luck. You have your job interview tomorrow? Break a leg.
Or if your friend is about to go on stage for a piano recital, I know you're nervous, but you've practiced for months. Break a leg tonight.
Let's hear 2 friends, David and Sam, right before a major audition. David: "This is it, Sam. My hands are shaking. I hope I remember all my lines."
Sam: "You're going to be brilliant, David. Just breathe and remember everything we worked on. Now go out there and break a leg."
Sam isn't wishing physical harm on David. He's giving him a confidence boost and wishing him success.
Moving swiftly on to one of my personal favorites, used when a surprise appearance occurs: speak of the devil.
This is another slightly odd one. It's used when a person you were just talking about unexpectedly appears. It's a way of acknowledging the uncanny timing.
The full older version of the saying is speak of the devil and he shall appear, implying that even mentioning something negative or bad, like the devil, might summon it. Now it's mostly just shortened and used lightly, without any actual belief in summoning evil.
It's generally a light-hearted or surprising phrase. Imagine you and I are discussing our mutual friend, Sarah, and then Sarah walks into the room. I wonder if Sarah is going to join us for lunch. She hasn't replied to my text yet.
Speak of the devil. There she is, walking in the door now.
It's important to note the tone here. It is used casually and affectionately, never seriously. It signals surprise at their timely arrival.
Let's put it in a dialogue between 2 coworkers, Lisa and Ben. Lisa: "Ben, did you remember to email Mr. Johnson about the meeting agenda? He's been really hard to pin down lately."
Ben: "I was just about to do it, but I haven't heard back from him since Tuesday. Wait a minute. Is that him walking towards our desks? Speak of the devil."
Lisa: "Perfect timing. Now you can ask him in person."
That efficiency, Emma? Idioms truly do save time. Next up, an idiom dealing with finances and pricing: cost an arm and a leg.
This idiom means that something is extremely expensive, often prohibitively so. The price is so high that acquiring it feels like it would require a massive sacrifice, like losing a body part.
This idiom gained popularity after World War II. While the exact origin is unknown, one popular theory is that soldiers returning from the war, having lost limbs, led to the figurative connection between sacrifice and immense cost.
Another, less grim theory suggests it comes from portraiture, where painting just the head and shoulders was cheaper than painting a full body, which required painting the arms and legs, thus costing more.
Either way, the meaning is universally understood. If someone says, "That new sports car must have cost him an arm and a leg," they mean it was incredibly expensive.
Or, if you're traveling, "We wanted to stay at that luxury hotel, but the room cost an arm and a leg, so we opted for something cheaper."
Let's hear a couple discussing house prices. John and Maria are looking at the property market.
"Maria, did you see the price of that apartment downtown? It's absolutely stunning, but I can't believe how much they are asking."
John, "I saw it. It's definitely beautiful, but to live there would literally cost us an arm and a leg. We need to look outside the city center."
It serves as a dramatic exaggeration of expense. If something is just expensive, you might say it's pricey. If it costs an arm and a leg, it's astronomical.
Our next idiom deals with secrets and disclosure. Let the cat out of the bag.
To let the cat out of the bag means to accidentally reveal a secret or confidential information. The secret is the cat, and revealing it is letting it escape the bag.
This phrase has a colorful history, possibly linked to a deceptive market practice in medieval times. If a buyer thought they were purchasing a piglet in a sack, a bag, but the seller had secretly replaced the valuable piglet with a worthless cat, the moment the buyer opened the bag, letting the cat out the deception, the secret was revealed.
That makes perfect sense for the meaning. The moment the truth is revealed, the plan is ruined. We were planning a surprise party for Jane, but unfortunately, her brother let the cat out of the bag yesterday.
Or, if you are accidentally the one who reveals the secret, "Oh no, I mentioned the merger to Mark. I think I just let the cat out of the bag."
Let's try a quick conversation between two friends planning a trip, but one of them slips up.
Friend A, "Remember, don't mention the cruise ship to Sarah. We want it to be a massive surprise for her graduation."
Friend B, "Of course, I'll keep quiet. I would hate to ruin the moment. Wait, did you tell her we were going to the Caribbean? I thought we were going to Mexico."
Friend A, "Shh, you just let the cat out of the bag. She was sitting right behind you. She heard everything about the Caribbean."
The immediate realization of having spoiled the surprise is captured perfectly by the phrase,
Let's move to an idiom that speaks to endurance in confronting difficulty. Bite the bullet.
This is a fantastic, if slightly tough-sounding idiom. To bite the bullet means to face a difficult, unpleasant, or painful situation with courage and stoicism, often because there is no alternative.
It generally implies you have put off the task or you really don't want to do it, but you know you must. You have to endure the pain for the sake of completion or necessity.
The origins are widely thought to come from 19th century military practices, particularly before anesthetics were common. When a soldier needed a painful operation, they might have been given a lead bullet to literally bite down on, preventing them from screaming or biting their tongue.
A very visceral image, but it strongly conveys the meaning of enduring necessary discomfort. I hate going to the dentist for a root canal, but I know I have to bite the bullet and schedule the appointment.
Or if you need to take on a massive project, the report is due next week, and it's going to require late nights and early mornings. I guess I just need to bite the bullet and get started.
Dialogue time. Two business partners, Kate and Michael, are discussing an unavoidable financial cut.
Michael, we need to cut the budget significantly, and that means reducing our marketing spending even though it's risky.
Kate, I know it's unpopular, Michael, but the numbers don't lie. We've delayed this decision long enough. We just need to bite the bullet and make the necessary cuts today.
It means accepting the pain and moving forward decisively. It suggests acceptance of an unpleasant necessity.
Our final deep dive idiom for today, and one of the most useful for starting tasks, is get the ball rolling.
Get the ball rolling. This means to start an activity, process, or project. It is the initiation phrase.
It's likely rooted in sports, perhaps croquet or soccer, where the game cannot officially begin until the ball is put into motion. Once the ball is rolling, the action has started and momentum can build.
We use this constantly in professional and collaborative settings. We've discussed the new marketing campaign enough. Let's get the ball rolling and assign the tasks.
Or, if you are trying to speed up a slow process, we need the permits finalized by next month. Can we please get the ball rolling on the paperwork immediately?
Let's hear a conversation between a project manager, Sarah, and her team member, Tom, about a new project launch. Sarah, Tom, we've got the budget approval and the team is assembled. What's our first step?
Tom, I think we should schedule the kickoff meeting for Monday. We need to define the scope clearly. That will really get the ball rolling.
Sarah, excellent idea. Let's send out the calendar invites right away and get that momentum started.
By covering these 9 essential idioms, we've given our listeners robust tools for sounding more natural and understanding real-world English conversations. The difference between literal and figurative language is huge, and mastering these common phrases is a huge step forward.
Indeed. Let's take a moment to briefly recap just 3 of the key takeaways from our intensive session today, Liam.
First, remember piece of cake. It means something is extremely easy. If your homework is simple, it's a piece of cake.
Second, remember under the weather. This is your go-to phrase for politely explaining that you are feeling slightly unwell or sick without having to elaborate on the details.
And finally, bite the bullet. Use this when you need to encourage yourself or someone else to face an unavoidable, difficult, or unpleasant task with determination.
Integrating idioms requires practice. Don't worry if you don't get them right immediately. Listen for these phrases, write them down when you hear them in movies or conversations, and try to use one new idiom in a conversation this week.
That's excellent advice, Emma. That brings us to the end of another episode of the How to Better English podcast. We hope this session has helped you feel more confident about tackling the figurative side of English.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this episode if you found it useful. We love helping you on your journey toward better English.
We'll catch you next time for more tips and tools to master the English language. Goodbye for now.
Farewell, everyone. Keep practicing.